Okay, as you can see, I've called motor.py, and over here the motor is running. I used a different DC motor that I already had just because I already had wires connected to it and it was going to be easier to connect. As you can see, it's being controlled by the Pi over here. Here's the H bridge, and then here's the external power supply. And yeah, it's all working. This did take me about 4.5 hours to get to this point, so I'm not gonna have time to work on the other parts. I ran into a big issue of, I was trying to call just Python motor.py, and you can see it just said exiting after it went through the cleanup, and now the motor has stopped. But yeah, it took me a while because I was trying to do just Python motor.py, and then it was having a hard time saying that it wasn't like calling things in. So I guess when I just run Python, it uses Python 2.7 instead of the updated 3.9. So I had to do sudo Python 3. So it took me a while, and then I also had a lot of wiring problems that I had, and so I ended up going and grabbing a multimeter, and then I had to check all the pins to make sure that they're sending the right signals when they're needed. And then once I was able to troubleshoot that, then I connected it all up and ran it, and it worked. So recommendations for the lab. This one was enjoyable, mainly because I've probably done some of this before, so it wasn't all quite as new for me. I do think that this website right here was definitely the most useful because just the syntax is different. So I would recommend maybe emphasizing this website a little bit more. I should have found it earlier, but I didn't. So this was helpful. And then maybe also there's a bunch of tutorials that use GPIO pins instead of wiring.py. So that's another suggestion, is maybe you could provide two options for the lab. They could try using wiring pi, or they could try using GPIO, which I actually tried over here. It looks a little bit different. I didn't finish this. I think it's because of wiring issue that wasn't working, but it could be cool to try two different options.